Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, coming to you from Mackinac Island, where we are at the Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce's annual policy conference. And second year in a row, I think, Matt Elliott here from the Bank of America, of course, President. It's good to have you here.
Great to be here.
How you doing? You were a speaker, just did a presentation. Let's hear about it.
Yeah, I was just on a panel regarding racial justice and equity in the workplace, and it's obviously an important topic these days. It's always been important, but more so probably than now. And we talked a lot about the why. You know, why this is a big issue for so many people. And there's obviously and clearly part about fairness, but also there's a real business imperative to drive and improve justice and equity and diversity and inclusion, really because we need everybody to play. You know, we need to grow the size of the pie, and the bigger it gets, the better off we all are.
You know, it's interesting because we often talk about the fact that it's fair, but there's an economic ramification to it, and we're going to pay for people who aren't working one way or another. You know,
and everybody wants to work, you know, and as a state, we really need this. So we've got, this is a statistic I heard at Business Leaders for Michigan the other day. Over the next 10 years, we're going to need to find 260,000 additional workers. And so that means we need to open up the floodgates and have as many people as we can playing. And when we do that, we'll be more successful as a state.
Sounds to me a little like immigration reform, but hey, I'm not gonna put a platform out there. So tell me about the bank. How's the bank doing?
Well, when our clients do well, we do well, and our clients are doing well, and so we're really happy about that, especially on the business side. You know, I would say that PPP from a policy point of view was really a success, and so consequently, our clients are in great shape financially. They're obviously managing their way through the pandemic, as we all are, but I've been incredibly impressed at the quality of the decisions that our clients are making, and we're really proud to support them.
Well, Matt, it's interesting, and I don't want to say the banks are awash with capital, but there is capital available, right?
There is a lot of capital available, and you know, and all of that stimulus money had to go someplace, and all bank balance sheets have a lot of deposits, and what your readers and listeners and viewers are going to want to know is what are we doing with it, and we're trying to make every good loan we can, you know, and that's the key.
So give me the strategy now. Where does Bank of America go from here?
You know, our strategy is very simple. It's called responsible growth, and we've been executing on it since our CEO started in his role a little over 11 years ago, and that's going to be our strategy. It doesn't really change. Yeah. It's a lot of fun when you know what your marching orders are day in and day out, and that's what we're going to do.
You know, it's interesting because I've been on some bank boards for about 20 years and sat on a lot of loan committees. And every now and then you hear the biggest challenge to small business is we can't get our hands on capital. I look at that and often say, you probably shouldn't have capital if you can't get your hands on it.
Well, you know, the blessing, the art and the science of lending money, and I've been doing it for about 30 years, is the fact that there are times when you don't want to put your client in a position where they could get themselves in trouble. You know, and sometimes the right decision is not to necessarily make a loan, but get a different form of capital. I think the capital creation issue is a big one, or formation issue is a big one for small businesses, but it's got to be done in a way that's sustainable for the borrower or sustainable for the company that's being invested in. And when you do that, then they can be successful long term.
Yeah, well, a lot of it comes out of micro lending. There's some grants that are available, and of course, then they go to the venture capital, where you take on a partner essentially.
Exactly.
So it is there if they have a good business plan. I guess I'm talking about those who often think they get capital because they have a business plan, and you have to be careful about that. I liked your phrase of we don't want our clients to fail. You know?
Well, that's exactly right. You know, I think a lot of people get trapped in the thinking that this is a zero-sum relationship, and actually it's the exact opposite. You know, we can only be successful when our clients and our communities are successful, which is why we do work in the community. It's why we try to give our clients the best advice we can, and occasionally the best advice is, hey, this amount of loan or this loan isn't the right answer, but here maybe is something that is, and that's what we always try to do is get the best answer we can to our clients and our prospects.
All right, so one of the places I was kind of going with long-range plans, and I know you guys are very pragmatic in your growth. That bottom line has to show enough to run the top line. Through acquisition, de novo, I mean, what's the best way to grow that you guys have seen?
For us, we're fortunate enough to not necessarily need another capability or another line of business. So for us, it's all about organic growth. And so we're doing it the old-fashioned way. We're going out and trying to find new clients and serve them better than what they have before or what they had before. And actually it's very successful. So we're continuing to grow our market share around the country and here in the state.
I would say you have been very successful, Matt.
We are too, but there's always as our CEO would say, you're off to a nice start.
Yeah, aren't we always? Matt Elliott, thank you very much. Bank of America president and state executive. Is that what how the title?
President of Bank of America, Michigan. I'm grateful to be that.
Yeah, it's good to have you here, my friend. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman, coming to you from Mackinac Island and the policy conference put on by the Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce. We'll be right back.